Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms here in the mountains of North Carolina. Today we'll be working on the MTD 638RL. MTD makes a lot of different brands, and so this is going to be the same as, I guess it would be Toro, Troy-Bilt, Craftsman, MTD products, Yard Machine products, and a slew of other ones. There's one that's green that I just can't remember. Anyway, today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be replacing all the drive belts and the mower belt. Now I'm going to show you how to take off both the upper and lower drive belt, and it's kind of a trick. I won't be showing you how to take off the mower belt because mine broke, and so I'll just be showing you how to install that, but the process is the same. So the first thing you're going to want to do, and on this mower I already took it out, is you're going to have to remove the battery. The battery sits right here. I took mine out to slow charge it yesterday, so I didn't film that, unfortunately. But once you do that, you've got these brackets, and here's one of them here. I've got the other one out, and I'll show you up close. You take this bracket and you kind of squeeze the ends to slide it up out of the hole. That's going to give you a little bit more room to do the work. Now the first belt you're going to take off is the upper drive belt. That's this one here. And this thing is under tension with a big spring. So I'm going to get the camera up close. I'll show you the trick to getting that thing out without. And all you need is a zip tie and some hand strength. Let's do this. All right, here we are. You can see the belt here wraps around these three pulleys. Now this pulley is the tensioner, and as you can see from beneath, that is the tensioning spring. So what we're going to want to do in order to get this loose is we've got to remove tension to that spring. To do that, I'm going to use this zip tie. So let me show you how we do that. I'm going to take my zip tie and I'm going to come up from the bottom. You can see me here. I'm going to come up and go around that spring. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Is nearly impossible. There we go. And I'm going to grab it. You see how I've got that? All right, now I'm going to go to the other side here, and you'll see what we're trying to do. All right, you can see here on the other side, the spring actually goes through this hole. I already pulled on it once or twice, but we're going to take that, and I need both hands, so I'll have to put the camera down. But we're going to take that, and we're going to pull back and release the tension on the spring. Okay, so a little hard to see there, but we've got that spring undone. And that gives us the freedom of movement here that we need. So the next thing we have to do is actually remove this pulley. We're going to take this bolt here out. That's a 7/8, and we're going to take a long screwdriver and stuff it in that hole. And that'll hold things in place while we break it loose. The reason we have to do that is, and you really can't see because there's stuff on the way, but the pulley's right up against the frame of the tractor, and there's no way to get that belt off with it in place. So we're going to pull it off, but we're only going to lift it up just a little bit and move it to the side. Just enough clearance to get that belt out of the way. All right, next up, we've got to do the same thing right here. This is the other tensioner spring, and the same trick's going to apply. This spring is under a lot less tension, so it'll be a whole lot easier to move. You can see I've got it wrapped around there. I'm just going to move that over and to the side, and that's it. It wasn't nowhere near as difficult as the first one. I'll leave that dangling because it'll make it easier to reinstall. All right, here we are back up top. Now we don't have any tension. And so we can just pick that right up and off. You see how easy that was? Wish I could show it to you without my hand being in the way, but there's really no hole here. We can pull it up off of this one, and it's free. Now we're back to dealing with getting it off of this right over here, and you can see it just doesn't have the clearance. So I'm going to take that bolt off, which is 7/8, and a long screwdriver to hold the pulley in place while I break it loose. All right, you can see I've got that down in there, and just got to break that loose, and it's not as easy as it seems because how tight it is down there. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully, I wish I could get an angle on here. There you go. Basically, a little bit soggy looking, but not a whole lot of room for viewing, is there? There we go. We can pull that out. And what you can see here is we actually got like a star bit right here, right? This is a star pattern. So we can pull that up. We don't even have to remove it. We just have to slide it over. And sliding it over gives us just barely enough room to get the belt out from around it. And there it is. So before we put the new one back on, we've still got another belt to deal with, and that is this one here. As you can see, since I've got the tension off of it, we've already got half of it taken care of. We've taken that big spring out of the way. That gives us all the slack we're going to need. But if you look carefully right here, we've got a problem. See how there's a tab there and there? The belt won't come up around that, at least not with a lot of work. So we got to kind of work that out of there. There are two ways to do it. You can actually unscrew this pulley and slide the whole thing up. But I found that if you really kind of work at it, you can usually get it around there. And I've got it off of one. I just want to show you that the top piece moves a little bit, and that gives you just enough to kind of work it around there. And there it is, so it's off. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, since my mower belt's already off, taking the rest of this apart is not that big a deal. If you have your mower deck belts on, you'll have to remove that before taking off the front. We're almost ready to reassemble this part. As you can see up here, the problem is the same. We have these tabs here that hold this in place. And all this is designed to keep the belt from flying off when it gets wet or starts slipping. But in order to get that loose, we're going to have to take that bolt there out and then drop this whole thing down to get that out. It's not that big a deal. I'm going to use an impact on this, but you can certainly do it with a pair of vice grips and a regular ratcheting wrench or whatever. I can't show it while I'm doing it, but I'm using a pair of vice grips here, or I'm sorry, channel locks, to hold the input shaft in place there. And you can see I've got a nice bite on that. So that's how you get that loose. There it goes. Okay. And you don't even need to take it all the way out. Usually you can just loosen it enough to bring it down. Yeah, I'm going to take it all the way. There we go. Hopefully. Okay. Once I've got that lowered down, I can take this out and slide my belt out of the way. Just be mindful of the routing. It goes above these brackets here. I'll leave that in place just so it doesn't fall all the way out. Cool, we're ready to compare the belts to make sure we have the right setup, and we'll be back together in no time. Well, here's our two belts, and at first glance they don't look terrible, but when you peel them up, oh boy, they're ugly. So they definitely need to get done. This one's even worse. I don't think this one had ever been replaced. You can see it's just destroyed. So I sell mowers. I fix them up and resell them. I'm not going to do that to a customer. Last thing somebody needs is to spend, good money on a mower and end up having to do something like this or pay somebody else to do something like this. So I've got my replacements. Here is the one belt, and here is my other belt. And so we're going to go ahead. These were not expensive too. If y'all are doing this stuff as like a side hustle, you go on eBay or Amazon, you can usually get these for less than $10 a piece. If you go to Lowe's or Home Depot, Tractor Supply, you're going to pay $20 to $30 a piece. In fact, the first time I bought a belt for my first Craftsman riding mower when I was a young guy, I bought it from Craftsman, and I think that thing was like $50. So definitely worth shopping around. Okay, it's time to put it back on. Basically going to feed this thing back through, and we'll tighten down the front pulley and then put it on the back pulley. And then we'll reattach this one, and then we'll tighten our springs, and then it'll be time to move on to our new drive belt, or our new mower deck belt, I should say. All right, I'm just going to kind of feed this thing through. Hard to see. Slide it back. And it sits up there like so. And then we'll wrap it around this. And we're ready to take that bolt out, lower it down, and get it tucked back into place up here. Right. Perfect. One other thing I didn't show, this little rod right here that you kind of see, right? You got to pull that out. It sits in the frame here. Just push back and get it out of the way. And that'll give you the clearance to get around this larger pulley here. I've never had one of these pulleys come off while I'm mowing or driving, but I have a feeling it'd be a bad scene. There we go. Okay, that's back in place. That's tucked into where it needs to be. And those are on the inside of those little safety rails. Let's move back to the back. Things are moving along. All right, it's back on the bottom pulley. We've got it on the inside of both those brackets. And we're ready to put our upper drive belt back on, which should be fairly simple as well. All right. All right, once I've got it over that one, I just put it on that one, but I don't have it over the third one, and that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and tighten that bolt down while I have access, and then we'll pull it over the last one and reattach our springs. Sorry that there's just no way to film that while I'm doing it, but you can see the order it goes in, right? So let's hook up the spring that goes over there first, and then we'll hook up the big spring. All right, I got that spring. I just need to pull it back through and lock it in place. See it there? And I'll just take a pair of cutters and cut that off. Sacrificial zip tie, but it works beautifully. I'll do the same thing with the other one. Okay, same trick. This one here, the zip tie broke, so I used this. I grabbed onto it with a pair of vice grips, pulled back and snapped it into place with that. So sometimes you have to be creative. That spring was just super tight. So there we go. If you look down in there, everything is back in the way it should be. This should be nice and tight. The lower belt should be nice and tight, and everything's brand new. Time to reinstall the battery and the brackets and that. Those plates are back in. And when I'm done charging my battery, I'll put it back in here, but for right now, I'll leave it off. All right, so it's time to put the drive belt on this thing. You can kind of see I've got it already on that back one. You're gonna have to remove, I took both of them off this side, you're gonna have to remove the cover a little bit, and you just kind of wrap it around those. And then this one here, that's our idler. You can see I already put a socket on that. You gotta get a wrench underneath there and loosen that because it won't go over that right there. So I'll put this down. There's no way for me to really show that, unfortunately. See how that came up? That gave me enough room to get that in there. And then I'll just tighten that back down. Then you can see I've got it over that. Last thing we'll do is this right here. That has to go back into place, like so. And that's it. You can kind of see it in there. It's a little hard to show that, but tighten that idler back up. It's around here, and I've put my metal bracket back on. And we are ready to take it for a drive. I guess I'll wrap this up. So that's it. All three belts. Took me about an hour to do all three. A lot of that time was spent making sure that I tried to get good camera angles and good lighting. If I was just doing it by myself, probably 40 minutes to do the thing. And not a lot of tools. Pair of channel locks, pair of vice grips. I think it was 14s for pretty much all the bolts there. And of course, one sacrificial zip tie. I guess that'll do it for today, my friends. Hope this helped. Take care.